Okay, guys, welcome back to another episode of the day-to-day pop culture, entertainment, and movie news rundown. Your host for entertainment news by fans for fans. I am Chris, and joining me, as always, is Jordan. And we're going to discuss a few things, what's going on with the Barbie movie. Is it going to hit that $1 billion club? The sign says that it is. Kevin Spacey was found not guilty. We're going to talk a little bit about that, and I have some thoughts on what's happening with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Despite everybody's obsession and love for it, everybody's all happy about it. I might have a second opinion about that. But before we get into that, guys, I know that I hardly did any marketing and promoting that, but it's day to day. Like I said, at least 3 days out of the week, you're going to see have a rundown going on. We're going to talk about the topics. We're going to talk about some TV and movies, and we're going to talk about what you guys want to talk about at the end of the show. So, because I want to prove to my wife that I can keep it tight, like a booty hole. What's the first? No. I gotta remind people. Forgot again. Gotta remind the people. You can also support the channel by calling 281-406-1993 to leave a voicemail. Get your question heard on the channel. You can also hit the like button on this video. Tell us any topics or anything that you want us to cover, or just send some comments on social media, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, X, Twitter, which was formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. And or just leave a voicemail. Share your theories, your rumors, or rundown, anything that you want to do. We also have a podcast that you can follow the rundown on. And let's just keep talking, guys. Okay, babe, what is the first topic that I have written down for the day?
From The Hollywood Reporter, Greta Gerwig's Barbie will finish Sunday with well more than $700 million in worldwide ticket sales at the box office after serving up the biggest week in history for a Warner Brothers movie with $578.5 million. The pick is now assured of joining the $1 billion club globally, as well as becoming the top grossing movie ever for a solo female director, not adjusted for inflation. Currently, the year's top global earners are Illumination, Universal's The Super Mario Bros. Movie with $1.34 billion, Marvel/Disney's Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 3, $844.8 million, and Universal's Fast X at $704.9 million. Universal?
Yeah, with Universal again. We couldn't talk much about it yesterday because somebody didn't want any spoilers because they haven't seen it yet. But I said, despite the naysayers, that it was recently voted Rotten Tomato bombed. It was review bomb. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was review bomb because they saw that it was the path that it was heading on. Yeah, that it was already crossed that $500 million mark in less than a week. So it was right there. That was the path. That was the beginning of the path for $1 billion. I was like, is it possible? And then when it said that before this weekend's even starting, it's projecting over 700 million. I'm like,
they're going.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's a big. The question now is, where is it going to land? Can it beat Mario?
I think it can.
Mario did what, 1.3?
1.3, and that was after its run. So Barbie just started.
Yeah, that's the whole damn run. And yeah, that's true. That's true. Barbie's only on week 2. I know most of these things are front loaded, but I think it made more than Mario in the first week, if I'm not mistaken.
It did.
So it's on the path to, I thought it was going to be just an event thing from the first week, but it seems to be not only an event that's front loaded for that first week. Everybody's wearing pink, but then people continue the pink, not as much. But I was surprised that anybody really. One or two people, but no, groups are still going, which tells me groups are probably going again. Yeah. So you said you would want to watch this.
I'd watch it again.
Yeah,
totally.
For the most part, I'm still on the whole. I want an Alan and Weird. If there's a sequel, I want it to be focused on Alan and Weird Barbie, them to be the Ken and Barbie folk like Gosling and Robbie were focused. I want Kate McKinnon and what's the young man's name that played Alan? Michael Cera to be the leads, because I think they think their story, we looked it up a little bit about how Alan could be the baby daddy of Midge, because that was the history of the doll.
I think they originally made Alan, because Midge was created to be Barbie's best friend, and she's supposed to be like your regular person, so not glam, not as pretty, the average.
Yeah, it's just a regular woman.
You're regular, and Alan
that likes to get down.
And Alan was made to be Ken's best friend.
Yeah.
Alan caught some flack because their tagline was, "And Alan can wear all of Ken's clothes," which made people be like, "Well, that's weird."
Yeah, they in the closet.
So then they decided to. I guess I'm assuming they thought it would boost sales, so they created the Happy Family collection, which was Midge and Alan.
Give Alan a side story.
They're married, and they have 2 children. Midge was pregnant, which totally didn't do well in sales. It creeped people out. But they also had a 2-year-old named Ryan, a little baby doll. So they were the Happy Family collection.
I don't remember seeing any children in Barbie world.
They didn't even mention them being together. They just Midge got mentioned like twice that she was the awkward
person. Yeah,
discontinued Barbie
the loose woman
and she just waved like hi.
Yeah, she's the loose woman who obviously likes to get down, but like that whole thing. If there's going to be a sequel, that would be the one that would be the most entertaining or funny for me. What about you? You think that would work?
Oh yeah, well, because their portrayal, they're both funny to me anyways, so they did a good job.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and I still think that even for the people who are like, this is woke, I don't want to see this crap, blah 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 blah, I still think it's a movie worth watching if you even just say, I'm just ignoring. I don't want to even acknowledge any of that. The movie is funny and silly just in itself if you want to ignore any messages.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Ryan Gosling his portrayal of Ken is hilarious.
And how else? And if you're just gonna use the generic, the rebranding new phrase of woke or whatever for your agenda, how else could you do a Barbie movie then? If you're just gonna, I just don't like it because I'm not into to chick flicks. Say that, but to always brush everything under the same stupid talking point, just say it. Everything's got to be justified. If I admit being against something just because I don't like a girl in it, it doesn't sound good. So I'll just brand everything. Everything can't be under the same brand. And that whole thing where they said that if you like the Barbie, this is for you, and if you hate Barbie, this is for you. It fits. And I'll twist that up a little bit. If you're pro inclusion and wokeness, this movie is for you. And if you're anti-woke, there's something in there for you too. Even if you're the most admitted toxic whatever blah 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 fandom whatever guy in the world that hates everything, if whatever, there's something in there for you. You will absolutely love with the guys. There's some bro moments that you will lose your mind. I thought that was the funniest shit ever. I was like, even those guys, the Brie Larson, those guys would love this. I was like, they would love this. But that's just me. All right, guys, let us know what you guys think about that. And what's the next topic, baby?
Nearly 4 years after its last new episode aired, excuse me, Suits is having a moment in the streaming world. The former USA Network series set a viewing time record for an acquired series in the week of June 26th through July 2nd. Suits had 3.14 billion minutes of watch time, according to Nielsen, and you would be one of those people in that calculation. You started over.
Weirdly, I just started rewatching Suits. I was like, I wasn't looking for it. I hadn't thought about that show. I liked it when I watched it when it was on its regular run on USA, but for some reason when I saw it as an option on Netflix, I was like, I want to rewatch this, and I'm enjoying it again because I totally forgot, the ins and outs. I know basically what happened in each season, but it's almost like rewatching Law and Order. How no matter how many times you've seen that certain episode, it's rewatchable, and you're never gonna remember every damn thing. So it's almost like watching for the first time again. So I'm not surprised that it's breaking these records. And if I'm not mistaken, I think So it's just that kind of show.
I say I didn't watch it when it was on, but when you've had it on in the other room, I've caught episodes. So they're not in order, of course, because it's just random. But they've been good. What I've seen.
It's one of those shows you can pick up from anywhere.
It was an easy watch.
Yeah.
It fun. It wasn't.
I think I remember one time when I was watching it, and you were like, and it was something about his skill, and you asked like, why is that dude, the young guy, so special and whatnot? And I know you didn't catch it because you probably didn't see when I started from the beginning. I was like, because he has a photographic memory. How is he able to fake being a lawyer and all this? He has a photographic memory. How did he pass you're like, well, how did he become a lawyer if he's not a lawyer? And then how is he doing? Yeah, because he read all the books once, and that's it. He know it, that he and what does he say? His superpower is, if I read something once, I can never forget it, and once it's committed to memory, I can understand it. That's it. Once I read something once, I'll understand it, and once I understand it, I can never forget it. I think that's the way he said it. Yeah, that photographic memory, something that he read when he was 7, is still locked in there. I'm envious of those kind of guys. That's an amazing power. I would love to have that power.
I get it. I mean,
because your brain, not a photograph, but your brain kind of.
I do have a very good memory.
You remember a lot.
So
you remember some stuff.
It does.
You know my social security number?
Huh?
Do you remember my social security number?
That one I don't have memorized yet.
It was.
But it doesn't take me much to have it.
To get it. Yeah, that's why you can speak Spanish. The another thing that was funny, it was a random episode. It was like, he was like, damn it, I forgot my phone upstairs. I left it. I was like, how the hell do you forget your phone with the photograph? And he's like, that's not how it works. Like, I can still forget, it's not like having my cell phone in my hand isn't like reading a damn cell. Like, whatever. I'm like, at first I was like, no, that should be hard. And then I was like, no, that makes sense. It's just a little funny it was probably like a funny fact that people with photographic memories probably advise them on. It's like, yeah, dude, yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, it's crazy what you can misplace things. You can that's not how it works. So that was really funny. But no, it's a fun watch, and I recommend it. Oh, that's right. I was gonna go in and see. Let's see if I can go here, because there was a kind of a rundown of what is it called? The ratings, I guess, of it is. Let me see. Suits. There we go. See if I can make this happen. Let's see if I can go full screen here.
Which I'm sure, it's part of this whole writers and actors strike, because I'm sure none of those people are seeing
that money.
The money of all of these people rewatching the Suits, since it's streaming. It's not on regular TV.
And I thought of that, and it was brought up yesterday about, should I even support Netflix since these people aren't really seeing that money? And the response to that was no. It helps with the data. It shows them that these shows that have good writing and whatnot it shows how much money that Netflix is making and how much they probably could maybe afford to give off. So no, like that goes shutting Netflix down by boycotting what's on, even if it's a show you might want to watch. From what I heard, doesn't really help. But it more proves the point of how much money the actors and writers could get. So, I mean, they haven't told us to stop going to the movies or boycott Netflix.
That wasn't what I meant. I just mean this is one of their reasons for doing this is because here people are watching this, but
you're probably not going to get anything new, so they got to go back to buying old series and whatnot. And this probably was already on the pipeline.
I am the contributor to Grey's because I watch that legit every single day.
So the overall, what does it say here? The overall Suits is number 1 on Netflix. Witcher number 1 on Netflix was at 3.14 billion minutes viewed. 1.31 billion views for The Witcher.
Bear.
Bear. I just started that, so I don't know if you want to watch that with me or not. I'll start over. I'm not that far along.
Think about it.
It's pretty funny. SWAT. I don't watch that. That's what Hulu, Netflix, and Paramount. Black Mirror. I'm still debating on whether or not because that's been described as a Twilight Zone type of thing. Bluey, of course.
Kids are blowing.
Kids love Bluey.
Bluey.
If you ever watched an episode of Bluey, it's clever the way that could be a live action movie. Making them animals was, but it's almost like a Ted Lasso for cartoon, almost like most things I like it. But anyway. What is that, Jack Ryan?
Yeah, I've always thought about watching it, but I haven't.
That's what's his face from Shazam, ain't it? Yeah.
No, from Shazam.
The guy who plays Shazam, isn't that his show?
No,
I'm thinking about the guy from The Office.
Yeah,
the guy from The
Office.
Office. Yeah. And you, like you said, you contributing to Grey's Anatomy. The Big Bang Theory is still up there for the Max. I think that's the only thing from Max that's on this list. And Paramount has NCIS. Overall series: Witcher, The Bear, Black Mirror, Jack Ryan, Manifest. People are still watching Manifest. Secret Invasion hit number 6, even though it only had, and I heard that it got up there on that chart after just one or two episodes. I mean, everything else is comparable by a whole series of watch time.
So you see Netflix is up there numerous times.
Netflix is, I mean, even though they had their little bump in the road with their stock and whatnot.
These are original series. So Glamorous, I don't even know what that is.
Don't even know. Muscles and Mayhem. That's the Gladiators, the American Gladiators show. That's a documentary on that.
Catching Killers.
Haven't watched that yet.
Is it Cake too?
Is it Cake? Never heard of it. Acquired series. Suits, SWATs, Bluey, Grey's Anatomy, Big Bang Theory, NCIS. Cocomelon, of course. Wow, Cocomelon is finally starting to dip in the charts. Kids is growing up. Don't worry, they're gonna have a new set of kids soon.
SpongeBob
SquarePants, Bunked, and Heartland. Wow. Movies, the rundown is number 1, Extraction 2. I still haven't seen part 1. Avatar: The Way of Water. What's that? Run Rabbit Run. Moana. Oh, Moana. Okay. The Perfect Find from Netflix. Encanto, Disney Plus, Megan, Peacock. You still haven't watched that.
Well, it's like, first of all, these numbers are from right now, and it's summertime.
Yeah,
so kids are home, and kids are home all day. So of course, you're going to see a lot more of Disney kids.
Yeah,
stuff.
that makes sense. That's
true.
A
lot of stuff getting.
Take Care of Maya, Netflix, The Boss Baby, Netflix, of course, The Mule, Netflix, and So that's what's going down on streaming. So let us know what you guys are watching, what you guys think. Babe, what's the next topic?
Will Kevin Spacey resurrect his Hollywood career, or is a low-budget Millennium phase more likely?
Kevin Spacey.
Can I say that I don't care?
Is it possible that Kevin Spacey could have a comeback? Is most of the question. Oh, he was found now guilty. But can he have a comeback? I'm just going to be quick about it. No, I don't think so. Well, he could probably get work. Can he have a quote unquote comeback? Probably not.
No.
I mean, I don't think. I mean, regardless of what he was accused of or what his reasonings behind it. I think this around that time when the accusation started to rev up. That's when he officially chose to come out of the closet or something. I think he was, if I remember correctly, he was closeted, and because there was speculation that he might be gay or might be bi or might be this or something that. But and then I think he tried to use it as a defense, and I think people were like, "No, come on, no, dude." I'm like, don't be trying to throw the LGBT community under the bus to defend yourself in court, whether you straight or not. Misconduct is misconduct. Assault is assault. Harassment is harassment. Don't be trying to. I can't do that in court. Like, why'd you rob that bank? Because I'm black. I'm not. I'm like, I can't. Don't be doing that. If I remember correctly. So, the question was like, will people even be comfortable with Kevin Spacey? Like, so short answer, I don't think so. What about you?
I don't think so.
You, any circumstance that you think that could be possible?
I mean, obviously, there's going to be bit parts and different
when I'm putting
things
out open house signs, it has my
people may, feel like, yeah, we can do that. It's not. I don't know that it would be anything that's featured him or a huge part that's like that he'd be heavily used.
Mm-hmm.
He may be able to get stuff that's smaller parts where it's like, oh yeah, we only need him on set a couple of times, so they don't really feel like it's a big deal to have people that would have problems, because it's not like he's on set every single day dealing with people.
Couple of voice acting gigs, you think?
Voice acting probably would work.
That would be interesting. How would that go? How would that look? Guys, I don't know. I'm over here stalling, trying to get the chat stuff up and running. So let me know what you guys think about that, and let's see what you guys are saying at the end of the show. All right. I love this Stream Deck because, well, it was a glitch, but luckily it glitched because the Stream Deck knew that the show wasn't over. I accidentally hit the outro button. So it didn't pop up because it delayed. And I was like, cool, that's cool. So that worked out in my favor. Something I didn't have to share, but there you go. I don't like to keep secrets. What's the next topic?
Reviews. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Oh yeah. This is my time to shine. I saw that with my kids. Took them to a screening of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, Mutant Mayhem. I think I gave it a B or B minus.
I think so.
On the for me chart. For me, it was like a B. It was a pretty good story. It was one of the most fun Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stories that they've ever done. I think it was. I liked it better than the last Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated movie, and I liked this story a little bit better than those Michael Bay ones. I definitely liked it more than those, and because it just everything worked as far as like the fact that they use actual kids or teenagers to be the voices and stuff like that. It worked. It flowed better. I didn't, you don't think about it because you want to see your heroes and ninjas be tough and whatnot. So hearing their voices be all like, "Oh, I am this," then even Mikey was the only one that actually sound age appropriate. But having them all be teenagers and whatnot, it fit perfectly. My only criticism, and I mentioned this online, and I even got heat from it. And it turned out that was I think it was a bot or something. Like the response that I got when I criticized Master Splinter. And guys, help me out if you think I'm wrong about this, because like we're living in the world where like the Snow White movie is being hit because they're deciding not to use actors that have dwarfism, because some people are worried that Peter Dinklage is correct. He doesn't want to be cast because of his size. People want if a part was written for a person of color, then let that person of color play it. But at the same time, because white Hollywood has dominated for so long and have discriminated, that don't say anything if the part used to be white and now is being given an opportunity for a black person or anybody that's not white to be given. So it's not like people are giving their reasons. It's not fair. I wasn't a part of those times. I didn't discriminate people. Why am I? Well, then go back. Just blame it on the people in the past. If they were doing the things the right way long ago, then these movements wouldn't happen. So I don't care about that. But in the fear of sounding like them a little bit, I love the Master Splinter role, and I love the fact that Jackie Chan is voicing him because it fits. The only criticism that I have is that the rat that is Master Splinter, the trainer of the turtles, is just a regular rat who then then all of a sudden becomes a ninja. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I said, why do they keep evolving, going back and forth with the Master Splinter origin story? He's a rat, then he gets mutated, and then he learns ninjutsu, and he teaches them to some turtles. In the first cartoon, he was a man from Japan who was a ninja, who came to America, fell into some ooze, turned into a rat, taught it to the turtles. Then in the movies, in the first movie, he was a rat from Japan who mimicked his ninja owner, and then fled to America, got on a boat that was on its way to America, and then went to New York, fell into some ooze, trained the turtles in ninjutsu. Even that made a little bit more sense than just being a regular rat from New York, falls into some ooze, and decides this is a spoiler for the show, but this origin has been said before. But in the movie, he goes, I wanted these turtles to be protected, so I decided we need to learn self-defense, so I popped in every VCR, DVD, anything I could find, Enter the Dragon, I don't care, Chuck Norris, doesn't matter. Anything I could find, we would mimic it and learn these skills. And now you're a ninja from training from a VCR. Even the rat in the cage who just was a pet of a ninja master made a little bit more sense than just, I'm deciding. So here's the part where I sound like those Brie Larson, everything is woke type of people. Why does this rat from that and I what I'm about to say is going to sound stupid, because it's like, if I'm not a part of the group, I should not be more offended than. So I was going to ask, if people who are Asian, if it makes sense or bothers you. Like I said, I love the fact that Jackie Chan is the voice of Splinter, but if they make a sequel, make it make sense, because him just being a regular rat and just going, because it sounds like it's not. I know it's a stretch, but it's like, then where does his mimicking, where does the voice come from then? I don't get. It's like, are you saying that you watched enough of those DVDs and that's like, not only am I going to fight like this and teach the turtles to fight like this, but I'm going to talk like that? But here's a spoiler alert. He didn't. I don't think I heard Jackie Chan's accent that much. He just sounded like he's like I don't know if he's been spending too much time in Hollywood sets, but I was like, I couldn't hear Jackie Chan's accent. I just to me, he just talked like I wouldn't have been surprised if he was at a New York accent, but I couldn't really hear Jackie Chan's accent. But to me, it just doesn't make any sense. I even was trying to rewrite the movie in my own head. I'm like, he could have been a rat who frequent a dojo and make it make sense. Where's the voice coming from? So I was like, Hollywood, they seem to have the foresight to not be disrespectful for the other times that the way he was iterated, that he was either a Japanese man or a rat that came from Japan. So they made sure to have a voice actor who was Asian. But there was nothing in the movie that implied that this rat was Asian, or a mouse from Asia, or anywhere near. I mean, like I said, he could have been, that sewer could have been under a dojo, and he could have been mimicking and sneaking in, while he was still a regular rat, getting food. And I know I'm making a federal case about this, and it's just a trivial little cartoon, but I got hit when I said I hate the rat gets mutated into a ninja master versus a ninja master that gets mutated into a rat. I'd rather ninja master that gets mutated into a rat versus the other. And then somebody on Twitter goes, and it turns out that this account has only existed for less than a month. It was a pro Teenage Mutant Turtles account. You do know that the original comic book it began like that. He was a rat that was mutated and became a ninja master. But I'm like, okay. I'm not saying that my one I like is better or not. It's all subjective. It's just not logical for me. That's probably why they changed it in the cartoon and in the movie. They changed his order. I just said that made more sense versus I'm just a regular rat and now I sound like Jackie Chan because I touched some ooze and I watched some. I'll give him this. One of the movies that he watched was some Jackie Chan movies. So if at least that you're gonna say they watched all of Jackie Chan's library and mimicked all those stunts, and now you're a ninja. None of those movies were ninja movies, though. I mean, like I don't like it. Maybe I feel like I've watched so many movies like American Ninja, Bloodsport, all these other dumb movies, Mortal Kombat and stuff, and I feel like maybe I bought into the you can't be a ninja. It's like champagne. It's not really champagne if it wasn't made in that part of France. It's not real champagne. It's just sparkling wine. It's not a real ninja unless you learn jujitsu out there, like whatever. Oh, maybe I'm being stupid. Maybe I'm being Brie Larson about it. Maybe I'm being like everything's woke or something. But I feel like they need to explain that better. It's just me. That was my only criticism on it. Other than that, I liked it. I thought it was a great movie. Anyway, that's my rant for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. I just did not appreciate Master Splinter. I love Jackie Chan, but I hope in the sequel they lie and say I lied. I actually was a man, or I wasn't born a rat. I was actually a man. So I hope he says he lied, or something better than I just popped in a DVD and now I'm a ninja. You're not a ninja. You're not a ninja. You're a poser. If you can't just no. I want a better ninja history for Master Splinter. I'm sorry. I like ninja master turned rat versus rat turned ninja master. That's just me. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about my stupid rant. Am I wrong? Am I not the group that is it not my place to talk about that? Let me know and we'll talk. Maybe we'll talk about it some other time. All right, wait. What's the besides my rant? What's the next topic?
Your secret invasion.
Oh, everybody's giving it shit because it's like they didn't like the last episode. I thought the last episode was fine. I didn't have any problem with it. It only is 6 episodes. Could it have been a movie? Probably. I think it would have been better to be a movie. Overall story, the whole, scrolls were taken. The most interesting part of that whole thing was how many superheroes or villains or whatever, or people of importance have really been scrolls the whole time thing. I don't think that last episode was as bad as everybody else, and I know you probably won't see it, but the reasons why everybody's upset about it is because you pretty much gave, what's her name, the mother of dragons, that like she was, because she is a scroll, you turned her into a super scroll, and they explained how she becomes a super scroll by giving her the DNA or the blood. Spoiler alert, guys, sorry if you haven't seen it. By giving her the powers pretty much of a whole bunch of Avengers that fought against Thanos. Even Thanos, because he spilled blood that day. They collected a bunch of blood samples from all these heroes and villains and put it in a jar and gave themselves these powers. So the question now, the debate is she now the most powerful person in the MCU? And people just have a problem with that. I have a feeling that they're going to explain it away, that maybe her powers are limited for some reason, because Kevin Feige already said that Captain Marvel is the most powerful. So, and I don't think he's going to back off on that for no secret invasions. I think the show was decent in a lot of ways. I don't think it's as bad as people are making it out to be. I had a fun time watching it. It wasn't so great that I was like, I'm going to stay up until 2 o'clock in the morning and wait for the episode. I could wait the next day. And for the last, well, maybe this is something, maybe I'm lying to myself. Maybe this tells me what I really want to say. For the last 2 episodes, I didn't even watch episode 5 and episode 6 until episode 6 came out. I waited to watch was it 4? One of the last 3. It took days for me to go, okay, let me go. So maybe that's actually telling me what I really want to say. Maybe I didn't think it was all that great, because I'll tell you this, it didn't make me want to watch it as it uploaded on Disney Plus. And the last 3 episodes, I did not watch them within 24 hours when it came out. I think episode 6 I did, but episode 4 and 5, it took 2 or 3 days. And episode 5, it took me a week, all the way up to. I had to hurry and watch 5 real quick before, because 6 had just dropped. So that maybe I'm lying to myself. Maybe it wasn't that great, but it wasn't good enough for me to watch it within 24 hours. So of every episode that came out, not after episode 2. It took a day or 2 for me to go back and watch. So, But the last episode 6, was the MCU's most lowest rated TV show ever. I think it was in the teens on Rotten Tomatoes. On how about the score that it got. I think it was like a 13% or something like that. It was very bad. Every other episode was 50%, 60-something, maybe 40% here and there. Last episode, teens. So it is what it is. You know why? Because as much as the toxic fandom hates Brie Larson, they don't want a Skrull to be more. They don't want Khaleesi to be more powerful than Brie Larson. So I feel you. I knew y'all loved Brie Larson. I knew it. I could tell y'all really didn't hate Brie Larson. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think, and let's see what's the next topic, babe.
The Friday box office prediction.
Ooh, oh yeah. Okay, I've been waiting for this one. Do I have anything else? No. So my prediction for the box office. Oh, I do have something. Here we go. This is my predictions for. I don't have a preview up, so you can't see what I see. Let me see if I can help you out with that. There we go. There you go, babe. This is my prediction for the box office. Barbie, it's obviously gonna stay at number 1. I think it's gonna make around $70 million this weekend, because this is week 2, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oppenheimer's gonna stay at number 2. It's gonna come in at about 40. Haunted Mansion's going to debut at around 20. They're saying that it's going to come in around between 25 to 30 million. I think it's going to be on the low end on that, so I left it at 25 million. That's my prediction of it. Sound of Freedom is going to stay at number 4. It's going to make it. Last week it made 19 million. I think they're going to cut that around in half. They probably might increase more theaters, maybe not. We're getting to the tail end of the summer, so I came to the low end of it to about 11 million. 10 to 11 million, but I rounded up to 11. And then Mission Impossible is going to hold on to number 5, because it's going to probably come in around 9 million this coming week. And the projections for Talk to Me, even though I usually do a top 5 list, I wanted to throw Talk to Me in there, because I'm going to go see that movie today with our daughter. We're going to go see we love horror movies, but it's not tracking well. It's they're saying that it might only make about $4 or $5 million. I'm like, damn. So, but with that, it should hit 6.
Natalie's hard to please with these horror movies.
That movie trailer has been around for so long. It just looks so interesting. But the fact that I've only seen for a long time that one trailer, they kept playing it over and over again. I mean, maybe it's not maybe so low budget they don't need a trailer 2 or trailer 3 and all that stuff. But I feel like the only marketing that I would see in the theaters was always surrounded by the same scene, which is an indicator to me that maybe the rest of the movie ain't that great, or it doesn't. What you said, our daughter's standards for horror movies is very high. So I'm predicting that she's going to walk out of that movie going, it sucked, or something like that. I'm hoping it's going to, the concept of it is creepy and it looks entertaining for me.
For me.
But I have a feeling with our horror standards, I think you might be right. I think she's not going to.
She's usually like,
wasn't that scary. Candyman wasn't scary. You're like, whatever, you didn't watch it. But that's my prediction. That's where I think the what's gonna land and hit. And I think, let's see, do we have any?
I feel like they need to bring back the original Candyman for a limited time in the movie theaters.
He what?
In the movie.
He was in the new movie.
No, the original.
Yeah.
Bring the movie. You know, like they'll re-release.
You mean re-release it? Oh, there's no budget for that.
No, they'll just re-show it like they did
on the
Grease.
like on the 25th anniversary of it.
Yeah, and you could just watch it in the movie theater again. You know.
Oh God.
They during the summer times, a lot of movie theaters, and I don't know that it's being re-released. They will have like summer movie days where you can pay like a couple bucks and they show old movies on the screen.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of the younger kids who don't get the same effect by just saying, oh, well, I saw it on Netflix or wherever, and it was, because you need it on the big screen.
So
that you can get that scare effect.
The NC-17 version or the R version? Oh, God, because that movie hit hard. So we don't have any messages for our voicemail. I still don't have that sound. I was going to get that Nobody Loves You sound, so no voicemails this time. So, guys, if you want to call 281-406-1993, if you want to call in. Michael, Brianna, all you guys, you say you're going to call, but you haven't done it yet. But that's all good. If you want to, you want to. You don't. It's all good. No, I have no. I did have comments, but I didn't have time to upload them. So no comments either. But we are in the live chat. We say Michael is in the live chat as always, saying hello, friends of the chat. Hello, my friend. How you doing? Kevin Davis had some comments on. What was this? It said Paramount Pictures needs a win at the box office. Transformers: Rise of the Beast and Mission Impossibles have bombed. Yes, they did. I was so surprised that I was one of the guys that thought that what's the movie? Maverick spillover, like the buzz, like, oh, if he can make Maverick come back and make $1 billion, then there's some Tom Cruise magic in the air. And Dead Reckoning Part 1 is one of the better, well done Mission Impossible movies. I am surprised because even a person who can't stand Tom Cruise with Tabitha was like, it was a good movie.
I think some of the movie magic, though, with Maverick was the nostalgia.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That so many people came out of the woodworks like, we love Top Gun. We have to come see what it's about.
But you would think there would be some spillover because it also is a testament to how good of a producer he is. Because he's bringing the same standards to Mission Impossible.
My friend that went with me to see Maverick, she doesn't go to movies.
And she even loved
ever. But that was something that she was like, oh, I will need to be there for this.
But in the world of momentum and everything, and to make it if I'm going to say make it make sense, I mean the last Mission Impossible movie did good. It's not like the last one flopped. They've been on a rise for a while, and it's like now we're just
some of it too is like you said, they released it at the wrong.
Yeah,
you put it up against competition that wasn't going to beat.
But based on the numbers, they probably were thinking maybe ours is the one to beat. Maybe
had it released a few weeks earlier. There was a little gap. That there wasn't really anything. It probably would have done a lot better.
It could have been the movie to start the summer, right? Like in May or something like that. Because it did come in May, didn't it? Like the end of May or June? Was it June?
No, you just saw it.
That's a couple of weeks ago, right? Yeah, it was sometime in June. Yes, beginning the summer thing in early May, maybe April, maybe end of April would have probably made more sense. Like summer starts early with Mission Impossible. Because I heard that they finished a while ago. That probably would have been, but based on because of the fact that the last one did so good, and maybe the momentum from Maverick might have spilled over into it and infused it a little bit too. They will probably bank. Their experts told them that was the date. But they just happen to be wrong this time. But for it to be a money loser, and this is a part 1. That's the thing. I'm like, so that means that they already started with part 2. I think so. So it's like you can't turn around now. I think part 2 might be better because what's her name from that played Captain in the Marvel movies that just joined the cast. What's her Palm? Yeah, she. No, the other one. That was the female Captain America.
Haley
Yeah,
Steinfeld.
She was a great addition. Palm was perfect as that villain role that she played. So it had all the right parts. It deserved better. But Barbie was just too much power. Just drained all the life, sucked all the energy out of everyone. Was that which one was that? Is it Paramount Pictures who needs to win? Oh, yeah, we already read that one. Let me get rid of this right here. Barbie going to make money. It will not be enough to get Warner Brothers out of the debt because most of their films have bombed. I'm gonna have to look more into this because I've been denying this, but more and more people be thinking that Warner Brothers somehow is in debt. I mean, with all their Discovery money, I mean, they had enough. I mean, Discovery had enough money to buy the company. They should have enough money spilled over to sustain the company. I don't think Warner Brothers is in debt as much as people would think just because of these movies, because that's not the only thing that they're doing. I mean, they have all these shows that are coming out on other things, HBO and that are successful here and there and everywhere else. I don't think Warner Brothers is in financial trouble. For example, like when Sony was considering selling off everything, when they were talking about selling off their entertainment department, and then when the Sony leaks were happening, and
they list them as having a lot.
What?
A lot of debt. It does. It said that merger between them and Discovery was a lot of debt for them.
They also absorbed a lot. Yeah, they took on a lot of debt that Warner Brothers even had. But maybe you're right. I'm not an expert on it, and they're probably right.
Warner Brothers Discovery long-term debt for the quarter ending March 31st, 2023 was $45.43 billion, a 233% increase from the year before.
Yeah, and these monies aren't. Okay. The question is now look up what's Discovery's net worth. So what their debt is and what they actually have on hand. I mean, now if they only have 45 or 50 billion dollars in the bank, then they're in trouble. But if they're looking at it as like a person should be looking at it, if they have like $80 billion in the bank and they have their $40 billion in debt, and you really only have $40 billion. And if that's the line that they don't want to go below, then okay. It all depends on how much money that they have overall. But I'm not here to talk about finances. Like I might consider that. Some people might consider that. No, you're still balling. You still have an extra 40. Even if you pay all that debt off, you still have $40 billion to play with. But with everything else that you have to sustain, maybe you do, maybe you don't. I mean, you're probably right. So if Discovery is worth $200 billion, which I know they're not, I guess it all depends on what they overall are valued at. So, maybe I was wrong about that. I thought they at the very least, I'm assured of this. They have enough to stay on course throughout the next, I would say, 10 years. If Discovery, because Discovery could just go and sell it off to somebody else.
Their stock has been slowly increasing this year compared to last year because it was down so much. So I don't know, maybe they can turn it around. From
what I understand, like they have enough to sustain. Like, and if you're only saying this for the whole DC stuff, they're going to move forward with James Gunn and his plan, his beginning stage of his 10-year plan from what they've said. So there could be a sell-off to another big company that people are imagining, what if Universal buys them and absorbs all that stuff? That's fine. But if they don't want to sell to anybody, at least for the next 10 years, we're going to start. There's time to turn it around. And if not, do what Sony did. Make a deal with Disney, and we can have Marvel versus DC, baby. That would be awesome. But how are you going to divide that money up? That's the question. I don't know, guys. You guys are smarter than me on that. Let me know what you guys think. Figure it out. And maybe we'll talk about it on an upcoming show. Appreciate you guys. We're going to hurry and get out of here. And I got a movie to watch later on. I'm going to go watch Talk to Me. I'll do it right out of the theater review, or maybe me and Natalie will sit here and discuss it. Maybe it was going to be the best movie of all time. Maybe it won't. Then just let me know what you guys are watching this weekend and what you guys want us to cover, and we'll talk about it on the show. Until next time, guys, I am your host, Chris Fagan. You can always reach out to me on Threads, on Instagram, Chris W. Fagan. And if you want to reach out to my wife, Joy, you have to go to Chris W. Fagan and ask my permission. And if I give you permission, then you can reach out to Joy. Where can they find you online?
My TikTok is Viola Fagan, and my Instagram is Scrub Hats and More by Joy.
And till next time, guys, peace. Hey, guys, thanks for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, like, and comment your thoughts on this topic or any topics that you think that we should talk about in upcoming videos. Also, you can follow us at T3 Medias on Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and we also have a T3 Media Studios podcast where we post our movie reviews and episodes of The Rundown. Till next time, guys.